Next one is from Jackie Jones, and here's an interesting one. Is Chris Jericho starting to crack under the pressure? I should start off by saying that I know that you guys are good friends with the guy, so I'm not expecting a burial like he's KG of some type of used up dog toy, which is what KG's face looks like. Jesus. But I want to ask you about Chris Jericho. At the time of typing this, NXT Great American Bash just beat Fyter Fest in the TV ratings, not by much, and neither show really drew anything huge anyway. But this is the second time the AEW's lost. No one reacted worse to this than Chris Jericho. He posted some rant about even though they lost the ratings, they still won in some other way, blah, 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 the demos, so he posted that. Yeah. So my question is Chris Jericho starting to understand that AEW views him poorly? The guy is the legend they have been using, who they have wrestling on free TV, doing Brady Bunch comedy sketches, attacking the guy with oranges on TV. He was in a feud with the camera, and that Stadium Stampede match was the worst match of the year. I'm obviously not saying that Jericho is a nobody, but being in AEW has done him zero favors. What's he going to do? Turn face a feud with Goldust? Oh, yeah, Disco. If you tear up Joe's new paper toy belt that he has, you'll get the Jackie Jones thumbs up of the week. All right, I don't care. First of all, let's kazoo that.
The most hideous thing I've ever seen. First of all, open it up so people can see. It looks like it was. Wait. Like,
time out. Just because.
Let me tell you what. Okay, let me just say. I gotta say this first. This is what this looks like. Open it up, because that's the most beautiful part when you open it up. It looks like somebody got fly paper, all right, and they painted it black, okay, and then painted that logo on top of it. It's absolutely hideous. I don't even think it weighs a pound.
This was it's the thought that counts. This was a tremendous, beautiful present and a tribute to the Creative Control Network that I appreciate.
Is it true you wear that everywhere?
I can't fit it around my fat waist, so it might go up on the shoulder every now and then.
So the next one is for
wait. The Jericho.
Oh no, here's my answer to this question. This is exactly what Chris Jericho's going through. Okay, Chris Jericho, when you're the only star or one of the few stars, and you're going to a company and you're working with indie guys, okay, your job is to elevate the people you're working with. Okay, so he's in the group, the Inner Circle. He's trying to elevate them, turn them into stars. But the problem is when you're in a company with a bunch of indie guys that have not really been on TV and they don't have a lot, or they were in other companies and they were mid-carders and weren't big stars, or they weren't like, bro, Chris Jericho's not doing angles right now with The Rock, Stone Cold, Austin, Benoit, and Triple H. He's doing angles with guys that can, he's trying to bring up, but at the same time, they can bring him down, because they're not, like I said, like with the Orange Cassidy stuff. He's trying to elevate Orange Cassidy. But working with Orange Cassidy, and some people, the perception of some fans can bring you down. And it's just perception. Just, he's not lost it or anything. Chris has always defended his guys in this company since they've been in. Remember when he came to the little kids? Who's the little midget kid? What's his name?
Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt. Yeah. Remember how Chris came to his defense and everybody was not, it's just, bro, he's a good team player, but bro, you're just going to you're working with a company that doesn't, it's got a lot of indie guys, and you're working with them. You're going to look, you may look like you're diminished a little bit and stuff like that. Do you agree with that?
Well, the thing is he's, like you said, he doesn't have a lot of people that are TV ready, like WWE does, as he's working with a lot of indie talent that he's trying to bring up, and he's teaching him as he goes, but he's also probably writing and producing all his shit. He's probably agenting other matches. They have him there as a commentator. Like, he's doing a little bit of everything, and he's still the biggest star there. Right. They wouldn't have used him like that in WWE. So I would say you're incorrect, and not because he's our boy, because that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. And go ahead.
Furthermore, I'd just like to say that this is like the second or third time that this Jackie Jones has put out his Jackie Jones thumbs up of the week. So he's clearly trying to get that over. And B, what favors has AEW done Jericho was his question? Probably millions, if you think about it, right? So he got a great contract there. He's the focus of the show.
Kind of sounds like you're a hater for Jericho. I don't know why, because he's very entertaining and he busts his ass. And one thing that he does that I wrote the other day is like, bro, it's very hard to walk that fine line between comedy where people want to like you and then get your heat back like he does. And then that's a fine line to be walking all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you can easily get yourself over and people don't want to boo you anymore.
It's true. It's a good point. He needs to start. You know what he did? He brought over, even though he changed his look, Because when he went over to Japan, he started looking different. Even though he changed his look.
Would you say that in Japan he looked like a degenerate?
No, it looked cool, like a character, because he had all the, it's like a Alice Cooper gimmick,
The spikes.
But here's the thing. He came from New York, and he's using a lot of that, like the KO when he was with Jericho, the Best Friends, when they were doing the Best Friends.
Yeah.
He's using a lot of that comedic style from that angle.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really wasn't a fan of that. To be honest, I'm more of a fan of the Chris Jericho, the series Chris Jericho that was in the angle with Shawn Michaels.
Well, I thought it was
that's the version of Chris Jericho I think we should get on this show.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was liking him with Kevin Owens because I like comedy so much. Right. And I was telling him, why don't you do a thing where you and Kevin are together in, those spinning cups that they have in Walt Disney World? Mm-hmm. You and him together, like spinning around in that together. We're best friends. He goes, Vince wouldn't go for that shit. And I was like, bro, he's done way worse than that. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. But I just always thought it would be funny watching him and Kevin Owens like at an amusement park in little kiddie rides together when they were doing
but it's silly though.
Right. Yeah.
They want to go like, okay, this guy's a champion of the world fight. So
it was silly because that's when he was saying you just made the list. Remember?
Right. Yeah.